Hi.
Hey guys.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, or good
Yeah, all
evening, wherever
right.
you are. Yeah. It's nighttime for me over here. I think for Mondo it's morning over there, right?
10 a.m.
Mm. Yeah. All right. Okay, I think we can start. And hey everyone, welcome to Q&A session 4. I hope all of you are doing well. So Mondo is here with us today and he'll be answering all of your questions. So I know we are getting close to submission deadline. I would like to just start off with a quick poll first. Where are you guys at in terms of building your world? Basically, what's the status of the world you're building right now? Are you finishing or are you stuck somewhere? Just let us know through this very quick poll. Okay. So just like the previous Q&A sessions, if you've got any questions, just type them in the main chat and we'll be sure to get to them. So we are going to start off with a few questions. The first one is actually about creating and pricing virtual items, monetization basically. And the developer resources guide already has a video on ZEPETO product setup. So we are not going very technical over here. The question is, what advice do you have when creating and pricing virtual items for monetization? How do I make sure I'm not pricing my items too low or too high?
Um, I think I'm not an expert on like on like monetization, but I think like if, my advice would be just look at what games do, and just see like a similar game what kind of pricing they do for their items. But I don't think I have like a particularly exact answer for that. Yeah, it's some of it might be you just have to experiment as well.
Yeah, there's no perfect formula for it anyway. Yeah. All right. Okay, great. I'll move on to the next question. It's still on the topic of monetization. So what analytics and metrics should I track to make sure my monetization is on the right track? Does Zepeto have any tools or dashboards available for this kind of monitoring?
Yes, we have actually integration with Google Analytics, so you can take a look at that in our documentation. I mean, things I've seen people track before would be like, okay, so one important thing for any game, even before monetization, is like engagement. Because if you don't have engagement, if you don't have, you know, like retention, for example, then you can't really have monetization. So a lot of people will track like, what when does a person stop playing? Like at what point does a person stop playing? So they might have events inside the game where it's like, okay, we know that the person completed this step. Then maybe they complete this other step. Then they complete a third step. So people track like where in the game, like what things in the game have people completed. That's one thing people track. Other things that you can track with Google Analytics is retention, which is like on day one, like how many people on day one come in and actually return on day two, on day three, on week one, on day 30. So things like that. Those are some of the things that you can track. But really, with Google Analytics, you can track anything. And if you want more information, there's always tons of resources online about just, what is the best thing to track when using, when you're trying to get data for your game.
All right, perfect. That's interesting to know. So actually the next one is on marketplace dynamics and user trading. Does the Zepeto support peer-to-peer trading or a marketplace for virtual items? For example, what I'm thinking of is like an auction house in World of Warcraft. Is there any way to ensure fair and secure transactions in this type of marketplace places?
Um, is there more clarification on that? Do we mean like, you mean a player just trading items with another player?
Mm, Basically, I would think that this question is referring to selling in a general marketplace.
Oh,
Um,
I mean,
yeah.
if it has to do with selling items in the general marketplace, we have, multiple ways you can do that. We have, if you're trying to sell clothing items, we have the Mannequin API, where you can sell clothing items that you have made. And then if we're talking about like just general, like, like I want to purchase in-game currency or in-game items, then we have a whole system for that as well. We have the product system. And both of those things are in our documentation. It's very detailed documentation. But yeah, if you want to sell products in our game, we have the products API that you can use.
All right. Okay. Okay. So we do have another question. So that links to user experience actually. How can I strike a balance between monetizing my world and ensuring a positive user experience? Because some people may not want to turn people off with microtransactions. Are there also any examples of successful worlds that were fun but also had a lot of microtransactions?
Yeah, I think it's always hard to figure out, what that balance is. If you just think about general games in general that you play online, on Google or the Play Store, like usually it's when you're in the game, the microtransactions are more about like speeding up your progress. So you can either grind or you can maybe watch a video to not have to grind. So you can, watch a video and then skip, I don't know, maybe collecting something for like another 30 minutes. So saving time. So I think usually it's just there. It's not like always in your face, right? Like it's not like a pop-up happens every like few seconds or something. That would be too much. But yeah, it's really a lot of experimentation, but looking at a lot of games. As far as games inside ZEPETO that I've seen with monetization, I can't think of one specifically that had like pop-up ads and things like that. I know, like, obviously like Brave Turtles has, you can buy clothes, but we're talking more about in-game pop-up ads. I'm not sure of a good example off the top of my head for worlds in ZEPETO, but I think if you post that question on Tech Questions, then we'll get back to you on that one.
Okay, great. All right. Thanks for that. Great. So Ross, answering your question. Yeah, it's on this chat. You can just type your question here, and we'll answer them. Yeah. So it was mostly on monetization earlier. So if you have something else, feel free to ask. Yeah. Yeah. So actually, that's all for today's session. Those were the 4 questions that we've received for the past week. Oh, map uploading. Could you share more?
Oh, right. I see the question about map uploading. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably more information.
Yep. Ross, I've allowed you to talk. So you can just unmute yourself. Yeah. I see that you are unmuted, but I can't. Okay. Oh, no worries. Yeah, you can just type it out. Um, is it a very technical question?
When you say map uploading, do you mean like publishing the world, like the like what we had the info session on, where we talked about publishing. Ah, okay. What issues are you having, and or what particular step were you maybe stuck on, or did it just not publish? Did you get errors? Got several attempts. Okay. Did it just not on uploading because it says it's unreleasable? Ah, okay. Due to a lot of items. What's the error message? Do you get an actual error message? I can't catch it because it's like the pop-up, like pop then goes, oh, the pop-up just comes up. Oh, okay. There's no way you could probably maybe take a video while you're doing that when the pop-up comes, and we can, then you can like look through the video and like look at what that error message is. Yeah, maybe use like OBS or something and screen record. Yeah, that's also, yep. If you leave your question there with more details, we definitely can get back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, we'll definitely get back to you. Yep.
Great.
Yeah,
Yes,
just provide
thanks,
as much information as you can, and we'll help you out.
Okay, yeah. That's good to hear. So do we have any more questions? No? Okay. Yeah, so I think that's a quick session on monetization. So thanks, Mondu, for answering questions. So I think that's all for today. Have a great week, everyone. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Naveen.
Yeah,
Thanks, everyone.
thanks, Mondu. Thanks, everyone.